Greg, control of the Congress still hanging in the balance here.
Yeah, Mike, we came into this election day keeping a close eye on Senate races in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Arizona. And at this point, it appears the results in those states will determine who controls the upper chamber. As results continue to come in, some of those races remain tight and could take days to finish counting. But we've got some breaking news here in the last 5 minutes. Pennsylvania, a late call in the last couple of minutes in favor of the Democratic Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman. Fox has called that race for Fetterman, that contentious race between him and Republican Dr. Mehmet Oz. The importance of this race underscored by campaign visits from former President Trump and President Biden in the closing days. This seat vacant after Republican Pat Toomey retired. It was a victory in Pennsylvania in 2020 that gave Biden the presidency, and now a huge victory for Democrats in the Commonwealth. Again, just in the last couple minutes, that race called, and you can see right now 50.7% in favor of Fetterman. Now, the race that many believe the direction of the Senate could hinge on, the same place that gave Democrats the majority in 2020, Georgia. Incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock facing a Republican and former NFL star Herschel Walker. This race saw historic early turnout, and at this hour, it continues to remain tight. You can see Warnock leading 50.5% to 49.5%. There is a Libertarian in this race. And if neither candidate gets or holds at 50% like Warnock is, we will see a runoff in December. Now to the Southwest, Arizona Democrat and former astronaut Mark Kelly trying to hold on to the seat he won 2 years ago against Republican and Trump-endorsed Blake Masters, an election denier. Polls closed in Arizona at 6 our time tonight. Some hiccups in the state with voting machine problems likely delaying results. The latest numbers in this race with about 50% of precincts reporting Mark Kelly leading 58 to 42%. And in Nevada, Catherine Cortez Masto was widely considered the most endangered Democratic incumbent in the Senate. She's facing a challenge from Republican Adam Laxalt. He co-chaired former President Trump's re-election campaign in Nevada. In this swing state, we have seen reports about processing delays in Clark County, home to Las Vegas. So we're just seeing our first look at these numbers. So with about 35% reporting, Cortez Masto leading 56 to 44%. Let's bring in our political analyst, Brian Sobel. Brian, these Senate races too close to call, but we have seen some House races like in Virginia that were perhaps a bellwether. But how was this night for Republicans? Because many thought it would be a red wave.
They did, and actually the polling wasn't too bad this year. They projected, most pollsters, very close races. We saw very close races. We are seeing close races, but this is not going to be a red wave, Greg. This is going to be a red bump, perhaps. Republicans probably likely to take the House. Dicey about the Senate at this hour. So one might say more gridlock in Washington.
Brian, I want to ask you about some of that breaking news out of Pennsylvania, calling that race for John Fetterman. Explain to people, as we're getting to this late place in the night, the remaining votes likely in places that'll go to Democrats.
Absolutely. If Philadelphia is still ready to deliver votes, Fetterman is going to continue to increase his advantage. But you could see this is a razor-tight race, razor-thin race, and it was one of the most acrimonious Senate races in this cycle. And so this is one to watch, although it's been called.
All right, a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. We will stay updated on those races as we go throughout this evening.